Hey everyone, it's John here from Hot Take Hockey, and yes, I know this is a hockey channel, but I thought we would do something different here and do NFL predictions for the playoffs. And this is for fun as well, but I think for you NFL fans watching this video, if you're new to the channel, and whether you're already a hockey fan or you're possibly interested in following hockey or watching hockey, I think this is a time where you consider subscribing to the channel maybe and follow me here on this YouTube channel. So consider that. Watch this video for my playoff predictions, and we're going to have fun with this. So let's just do a little summary of what happened all the way up till week 17. So you're talking about the Buffalo Bills against the Houston Texans. The Buffalo Bills choked in week 17 against the Jets. Yes, they were sitting Singletary, Beasley, and John Brown. And whoever wins that game will play against the number one seed in the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, MVP type season. And then you're talking about the Patriots against the Titans. The Patriots embarrassed themselves. They lost to the Dolphins. The 25th offense put up 27 points against that Patriots defense. The Pats defense has slowed down in the second half of the year. And even if they win against the Titans, they'll be playing against the Chiefs. The Chiefs defense has gotten better this year. And with Pat Mahomes, I mean, he's ready for the playoffs. He is ready this year, and he's ready to get revenge if they were to play against the Patriots. But you know what? I wouldn't sleep on those Titans. And then the other side, the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers, they beat the Seahawks in week 17. It came down to the last drive, a delay of game call from the 2-yard line, 5-yard penalty brought them back, and then possibly a missed pass interference. And then the final play, 4th down, Hollister catches right short of the goal line, and the 49ers beat the Seahawks to claim that number one seed, the number 2 seed, the Green Bay Packers, who had a great year, Aaron Rodgers, and Devontae Adams. Yes, the injury problems, but he came back. He was playing well. The run game, Aaron Jones had an unreal season. It was ridiculous. And they will be playing the winner between the Vikings and the Saints. The Saints, Drew Brees. We know how complex that offense is, along with a stacked defense. And then the Vikings, who lost to the Bears week 17, but they're still a great team. And then the Seahawks, they'll try to get some revenge here and get that rematch against the 49ers, but they'll have to face the Eagles in Philadelphia, and they've been hot lately. Carson Wentz has played really well the last few weeks, so we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But let's start with the AFC, the Buffalo Bills versus the Texans. I like the Bills, and I think maybe there's some bias here. I got some family connection, but the Texans are ridiculous. We're talking about just the combination of Hopkins and Deshaun Watson, and I think that's going to be tough. And I think the home field advantage is huge here. But I'm going to say, and I'm going to stick with the cliche of defense wins in the playoffs. And if the Bills, in some ways, yes, on paper, it doesn't look great, but we know what John Brown's done. We've known what Beasley's done this year. And Singletary comes in. Even Frank Gore played some good games. So I think just with Allen and how he can carry an offense as well, I think if the offense can find ways to match up against that offense, I think the Bills have the clear advantage on defense, and I'm going to take them to advance against the Ravens and the Titans and Patriots. So I think this is the one where we can see an upset in the first round. I am going to take the Patriots. I think the experience here, and I think the defense will come alive in the playoffs. But I will say, we saw the Titans beat up on the Texans when it mattered. I think they'll know it matters against the Patriots. We've seen this matchup before, and you know what? I think the Patriots got the advantage, but I would not be surprised if the Titans beat the Patriots with the Patriots' struggles, and obviously they do have holes on that offense. They're going to have question marks with who gets the most yards in terms of running. Is Michelle going to get better in the playoffs? Is it going to be the James White show? So that's going to be a question mark, but I do think we get a rematch of the Patriots versus Chiefs. Yes, earlier in the playoffs, but that's where we're going to see the 2 versus the 3 seed. And then the 49ers, who are they going to play? I'm going to take the Seahawks. I think, yes, there is a possibility there where the Eagles, they continue this hot streak. And you know what? Maybe they beat the Seahawks. They got the home advantage. And Philly fans are crazy. So I think it's going to be a close game. But I am thinking the Seahawks. And I think Russell Wilson beats out in terms of against Carson Wentz. So I'm going to take the Seahawks and getting their possible revenge against the 49ers. And then I'm going to take the Saints to beat the Vikings at home and play against the Packers. That's another insane matchup. Look at those 4 matchups. I think it's crazy. So those are matchups: Bills, Ravens, Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, Packers, and Patriots, Chiefs. That's going to be insane to decide who matches up and battles for the NFC and AFC championship. So let's start with the Bills versus the Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens. I think the experience is definitely there, and I think Lamar Jackson, again, you're talking about the MVP caliber season, and that defense is there. Obviously, the run game, we'll see kind of how that works in with Lamar Jackson, because we know Lamar Jackson definitely is a big part of the run game himself. But I do think the Bills' offense won't be enough, and I do think the Ravens are just too complex and too stacked of a team, along with Lamar Jackson being ridiculous this year. And then I'm looking at the Seahawks versus 49ers. So switching onto the NFC side, I think talking about the 49ers on paper, they're definitely the better team. The Seahawks secondary has struggled. The 49ers definitely more complete on that aspect of things. The defense better than the Seahawks. The Seahawks defense not what they used to be. But then it's a question mark of offense. Can Jimmy G really carry this and find that success in the playoffs? Yes, he has a lot of help. And Sanders now, and obviously we've seen the success from Kittle. So I think the 49ers have this clear advantage, especially at home. But I think the Seahawks, the mentality that Pete Carroll has instilled in this team, I think there's a possibility. Yes, I am a Seahawks fan, so maybe there's some bias here, but I could see a scenario where the Seahawks get the revenge from Week 17 and advance and play against the winner of the Saints-Packers. So I'm going to take Seahawks. Yes, it is a hot take, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick with my team at least against the 49ers. I think they got that sense of style of the 49ers, and I think they will know how to beat them. And you know what? Yes, the play calling is definitely an issue. We saw that end of Week 17, but hopefully that gets fixed in the playoffs. So I'm going to take Seahawks. And then the other NFC matchup to decide who faces off in the NFC Championship, Saints versus Packers. I'm going to take the Saints. I think regardless of what people think of how Aaron Rodgers should finally break through, or the offense of the Packers, I think the Saints defense is obviously a better system, and I think Drew Brees versus Aaron Rodgers. Brees has got that experience, and then looking at the run game matchup, Kamara versus Jones, they both can play the run and catch game, but I'll take the combination of Kamara and a healthy Michael Thomas over Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. So I'm going to take the Saints, and I'm going to take the Saints to face off against the Seattle Seahawks. And then who will face off against the Baltimore Ravens? I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Patty Mahomes is ready. He's ready to get the revenge against the Patriots. He's ready to take over the baton of the number one QB in the league from Tom Brady. So I'm going to take Patty Mahomes. I'm going to take that offense. Yes, the defense has gotten better. And if the Chiefs are rolling and the Patriots defense even has some question marks, I think the Chiefs definitely win that game. So Chiefs against Ravens. We saw how good that game was. And the Saints against the Seahawks. The Saints did beat the Seahawks in the season. Teddy Bridgewater. But you're getting Drew Brees. And I think the Saints have that advantage. So I'm going to take the Saints to advance to the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs against the Ravens. I'm going to take the Chiefs to beat the Ravens. So Chiefs versus Saints. I think that's a crazy Super Bowl matchup. And you know what? Yes, Patty Mahomes is present. I think Patty Mahomes is going to have a great game, but I take Drew Brees and the Saints. I think at the end of the day, the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs, it's this year where I think a lot of people are kind of overlooking them versus last year. And I think because they had that slow start and because they really didn't get rolling, yes, they had a couple injury issues, but they didn't really get going until later. I think people are overlooking them. So I would have them as definitely, I'm taking them to the Super Bowl, so I would have them as one of my Super Bowl favorites. But I think the Saints experience possibly wins them this Super Bowl this year. And I think Drew Brees gets that Super Bowl. So you know what? I'm not this big NFL guy. I'm not going to fake my knowledge. I'm a fan like all of you. So, yes, I didn't look deep into numbers and matchups team to team. So, this is just kind of my pick and how I feel the season went through, and the players, the quarterback, offense, defense, coaching. So I have the Saints winning the 2020 Super Bowl. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your picks in the comment section. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Please smash that like button. It does help a lot. So Saints for the Super Bowl. Hope to see you all on future videos. I am a big hockey fan, big NFL fan, and a big sports fan. And I'm excited for this hockey channel to grow. And I'll do videos like this in different sports once in a while. And I thought for NFL playoffs, we could have some fun with it and make my picks. So thank you. Hope to see you in future videos. This is John from RPO Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out.